Hello to all. Ready for some new lessons? Here we go. We'll have a short lesson about adverbs. I want to have a look at them with you together. Please just follow the slides and we'll have a look at how you can define adverbs, where to use them, how to use them, and what we need them for. Okay? Since we already had a look at adjectives, the first question is, what's the difference between adjectives and adverbs? Adjectives actually are used to describe a noun. Meanwhile, adverbs describe everything else. Let's take a step backwards. Let's have a look at adjectives. Here we have two examples. The first one is, he is a good cook. As you can tell, good refers to the noun cook. The second example, he has a loud voice. Here as well, loud is the adjective and it refers to the noun voice. Anyway, we could express the same idea using adverbs. I'm referring to the previous sentences, okay? The first example is, he cooks well. In this case, we're using an adverb, well. He cooks. How does he cook? He cooks well. It adds an information. The second example is, he speaks loudly. Again, here we have an adverb. It is expressing the way the person is speaking. He is speaking loudly. So, what do adverbs do in English actually? Adverbs describe or add information. This information concerns verbs, adjectives, time and or place, or other adverbs. In the English language, we have 5 categories of adverbs. The first category are adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner are used to describe how something is done. Usually, in a sentence, they come after the verb they are describing. Let's have some examples. You can see 3 different examples. The first one is, I speak quietly. It's easy to understand. The verb is to speak. How do I speak? I speak quietly. The second example still uses the verb to speak, but in this case, we just say, he speaks loudly. The third example is, I kind of enjoyed it, but it could have been better. Kind of is an expression. It's not a single word, but still it is considered an adverb. I could also give you another example, which could be, he drives slowly. Another example could be, she didn't handle the situation well. In this case, well is the adverb. The second category of adverbs we use in English is called adverbs of degree. Usually these are put before the adjective or the verb, and they are used to add further information. Let's have some examples. The first example is, this task is practically impossible. This means it isn't just that the task was impossible, it was practically impossible. It adds an information. The second example says, her idea was quite good. It's not that the idea was good, it was quite good. The third example is, we talked a little, but we didn't have time to discuss everything. So again, we're adding an information. We didn't talk a lot, we just talked a little. The third category of adverbs are adverbs of time or place. These answer the questions when or where something happened. They are used to give more precise information concerning the exact moment something happened, or they can also refer to where they happened. So let's have a look at some very commonly used adverbs. For example, just and about to. These two expressions give an information on whether and when an action has taken place. The example is pretty easy to understand in my opinion. Tom has just arrived home and is about to go to bed. So he just got home, but he still isn't in bed. He still has to take action to go to bed. Other two adverbs of time that you will find a lot of times in the English language are already and yet. Already is used when something has already happened. Yet, on the other hand, shows that something hasn't happened at the moment of speaking, but will happen in the future. The example is the show has already started, but we haven't arrived yet. Another adverb of time is still. Still means that an action or situation is in progress. Example, I'm still watering the flowers. This means I started in the past and I'm still busy watering the flowers. I'm not done yet. Please remember, whenever you have both an adverb of place and of time in the same sentence, place will precede time. She was here 10 minutes ago. Here indicates the place. 10 minutes ago indicates time. Place before time. Other expressions of time are at 8 o'clock or maybe often. Other expressions of place could be overseas. Okay? So not always you'll have a single word. Sometimes you have complete phrases. In the English language, we also have a category that is called adverbs of frequency. They answer the question, how often something happens. Usually you will put these adverbs between the subject and the main verb. Time expressions are normally placed at the end of the sentence. In the following examples, you'll find very common adverbs of frequency. Always, sometimes, never. I always take a shower in the morning. I sometimes cycle to work. I never eat dinner after 10 p.m. These are very common adverbs of frequency, and you already met them and use them. As we already said, to ask questions about frequency of an activity, you will use the expression, how often do you do something? Now that we had an overlook of different types of adverbs, probably the question you're asking yourself is how you form adverbs. Unluckily, in the English language, there is not a unique answer to that question. In fact, some adverbs just exist. You just have to learn them. Examples are to, very, sometimes. Some adverbs can be formed from adjectives. Examples of that are slow, which becomes slowly. You just add ly. Or quiet, quietly. Remember loud? Loudly becomes loudly. Just remember, in case the adjective itself finishes in y, the adverb will finish in ily. Examples are healthy. Healthy becomes healthily. Lazy becomes lazily. In some cases in the English language, some adjectives are the same as the adverb. Examples of this case are he is a fast worker, but he works really fast. In the first case, you have the adjective, a fast worker. In the second one, fast is an adverb. How does he work? It adds an information. He works really fast. When adjectives and adverbs are the same, we consider them as irregular. Other examples are straight or early. Straight or early could be an adjective or an adverb, depending on the situation and how they are used. On the other hand, irregulars that can be recognized, for example, are words like good. Good is the adjective, but the adverb is well. So just remember, no sense in looking at the form of the word, but look at the function it has in the sentence. Only this way you will understand if you're talking about an adverb or not. So this was a short overview of the function of adverbs. I hope everything was clear. Just have a look at the exercises. On page 16 you will find some questions. Answer them using adverbs of frequency. Example: how often do you eat at a restaurant? I eat at a restaurant every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks is an adverb. In case something wasn't clear or you would like to understand better, don't hesitate to contact me, okay? I will give you the answers as soon as possible. And I hope you had fun with this small lesson, and hopefully everything was clear to you. Have a nice day and talk to you soon. Bye bye.